Welcome to Chamber Chat. I'm Judy Taylor, President of the Habersham County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us. My guests today are Joni, Mabe, the Elvis Babe, and Duncan with Verity Bank, and Abby Jackson with Black Hawk Fly Fishing, Abby J's Gourmet, and the Soque River Farmers Market. And my first guest is Abby J. Welcome, Abby.
Thank you, Judy. So good to be here again with you today.
I'm excited about having you back on because I know some new things are going on with you. So tell us, what is going on up at Black Hawk Fly Fishing?
Well, we are getting ready to close the stream. The temperatures are getting hotter outside. The water warms up, so we don't fish the river during the summer months. We're closed July, August, but we've opened up the Soque River Farmers Market, and that gives me something to do during the summertime, and it's been really, really fun. I love gardening. I love just being outside. The fresh local produce I want to offer to everybody. And I love to cook and do canning classes too.
Right. Abby J., if there's ever been anybody who didn't need more to do, you didn't need more to do. But I've got to tell our audience that I was at your grand opening of your farmers market.
We had our grand opening last Saturday, had over 100 people there, served 5 different flavors of ice cream, ran out of ice cream. People were just, Judy, starved for this type of market in Batesville, Georgia. I think all the surrounding subdivisions, the people from the lake area, they were just really happy to know that we were going to provide the vegetables, and we've got 2 acres of sweet corn that will be ready probably in 2 weeks.
And Abby J., your farmer's market was different. It wasn't just the fruits and vegetables. You had artisans there selling different things, and it was just so interesting and enjoyable.
We brought the artisans in. Some of those artisans have competed with me with the Flavor of Georgia. They've become some of my best friends. We're all there with the same kind of characteristics, and we like a lot of the same things. So I met a couple of those artisans in Savannah, and the pickle girls were I was so surprised to see them because about 2 years ago when I was an artisan at the Cook's Warehouse, one of those girls said, Abby, should I've got this recipe from my grandmother's pickles, and I'd like to do it, but I'm not sure about it. So when I got to Savannah, she come running and she says, we did it, and it was so, I felt so good about what they had accomplished in such a short amount of time, and they're part of the Georgia Grown program, as I am, and Georgia Grown really helps a lot of us entrepreneurs that are trying to get our product sold, and people that are really looking for Georgia Grown products to take back home with them. They will buy that because it's sourced with all vegetables and things that are grown here in Georgia.
Absolutely. And Abby, you are such an advocate for healthy eating, Georgia Grown, but to me it just gets back to healthy eating and eating fresh.
Right.
And, tell us a little bit more about exactly what is Georgia Grown. Is it a statewide program?
It's a marketing and economic development part of the Georgia Department of Agriculture. Gary Black is head of that program. He started that program.
Let's tell our audience who Gary Black is in case they just don't know.
He's the Agriculture Commissioner for Georgia. Really has done so much for agriculture in a short amount of time. He also has the Feed My Children program with the schools where they are sourcing local produce to feed the kids so they will eat better, they can watch their weight, especially with all the fast food restaurants. And that's part of why when I was traveling in corporate sales, you know, I got off the road, and I lost 30 pounds because I was eating fast food. I was not getting the exercise, and it made a difference. And I feel much better today eating fresh, local, no preservatives. You just feel like you have more energy, you're not in the middle of the day going to take a nap, you know where it's sourced, and he does a good job. Gary Black has been just an advocate of this program, and we want to see more farmers markets. He is going through the state right now visiting local farmers markets all over the state. Governor Nathan Deal did a proclamation last week for Georgia Farmers Markets Week, which they did the signing of that the day of my ribbon cutting.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did he do the signing? In Atlanta?
At the Capitol.
In the Capitol.
At the Capitol, yeah.
Okay.
And he was, everybody in the state of Georgia has got on the bandwagon with the farmers markets.
Right.
Because it is a big, big push right now and a great trend to see in this area.
It is, and it's just a push for healthy eating with, as you said, without all the additives and preservatives and so forth, and buying local. We're really pushing that. But Abby, you teach canning classes. Tell us a little bit about your canning classes and when these will start.
We will start the canning classes, Judy. It's hard to put those on the calendar, and a lot of folks really have asked me, can't you put it on the calendar? I have to put it on the calendar when those vegetables, especially the tomatoes, they have to be just ripe. And I don't know exactly when they're going to be just ripe, but they will probably be in August, because last year I remember most of my crop of the tomatoes, and I have 5 different varieties of tomatoes this year, they came in August. But we will be doing tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, jalapeno pickles. I did those yesterday, my first batch, and I
think you've got something here.
I picked this. This is everything. What's in right now is squash, zucchini. We have mammoth jalapenos, and the mammoth jalapenos, let me talk about this because these are for stuffing, and most of the time you can't find these in the grocery store. It's a different species, and we grow these because we use these for an appetizer for football tailgating. You can take any of my salsas and stuff the pepper with a salsa with a really nice Havarti cheese. It really, really is quite tasty.
Abby, I know, I have eaten at your house. I know that you go for flavor, and that just thrills me. You're always saying it's all about flavor. But Abby J, I cannot believe it, but our time is just about up. I want you to end with telling our audience when your farmers market is open and where it is.
We are going to be open on Saturdays from 8 to 2. We are located on Highway 197 North. It's 9.3 miles right out of Clarksville. It's right before Mark of the Potter on the right, and we're going to have lots of sweet corn, and we can't wait to share it with everybody.
And it is wonderful because I've already been up there and I've tried some of your things. And Abby J, thank you so much for being on Chamber Chat today, and best of luck with your new ventures or what you're doing.
And the smoking hot sauce.
Absolutely.
Can't forget that.
Absolutely. That adds flavor to everything.
Right.
Please stay with us. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we will be right back with our second guest.
At Windstream, we're offering our customers a new feature, Watch TV Everywhere. Now you can watch available episodes of favorite shows, movies, and live news and sports on tablets, smartphones, and laptops. There's no extra charge from Windstream. You only need to be a cable customer already receiving a Wind package. It's simple to get started. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com. So enjoy, and thanks for being our customer.
Thank you for staying with us. My next guest is Mike Duncan with Verity Bank. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you, Judy. Glad to be here today.
Well, we appreciate your being on Chamber Chat. And Mike, you are a career banker. Tell our audience why you have enjoyed being a career banker, and most of it has been in Habersham County.
It has. As you know, Judy, I've lived my entire life here in Habersham County, and I truly believe that Habersham is one of the greatest communities in Georgia. I live here. My wife and I raise our kids here. I go to church here. This is where I spend my free time. And I wouldn't want it any other way. There's a strong sense of community here in Habersham, and that's very important to me.
I know that's right, and I believe you grew up here, your family was here, your mother is still here.
She is.
And so we like to have our Habersham County people stay in Habersham County. But Mike, you have had a career in banking, and I know that you have seen a lot of changes. And I've seen a lot of changes. It just seems like that banking has changed significantly in the last 4 or 5 years or whatever. What has not changed about banking?
Well, Judy, you're right. Banking has changed tremendously over the last several years, but I think one thing that hasn't changed is people bank with people. And I'm not talking about the transactional banking, like getting money out of ATM, but what I do mean is the business owner who's ready to expand his operation, and he goes to a trusted banker with his thoughts, and with a trusted banker that's been with him for many years. A trusted banker who can give him thoughts and ideas to increase his profits and decrease his risk. But more importantly, I think it's the trusted banker who not only knows the business owner, but knows his family, knows his kids, know where they go to school, where they love to vacation, what the family's dreams and aspirations are. To me, truly, that's what banking's all about. People want people to help them with their needs and their finances. And to be honest with you, Judy, if that ever changes, I think it'll be time for me to hang it up and they can put me out to pasture.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, I know this, that people like doing business with people they know.
They do.
And but Mike, I understand that now you're with Verity Bank.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
In Cornelia. And I understand that Verity Bank has been acquired by Community and Southern Bank.
That's correct.
And tell us, what changes will that have for you, your staff, and the community?
Well, the great thing is I've been a community banker in this town for many years. I've had the opportunity to serve and support this community. And what I'm excited about is continuing that endeavor with a staff and a team members that you know and trust, only under a new banner. It'll just be Community and Southern Bank. You'll still enjoy local loan approval. You'll still enjoy a knowledgeable, responsive, friendly staff, and with advanced products and services that will help people reach their goals.
Well, it's Community and Southern Bank. Does it have more banks in more areas?
It does. Community and Southern Bank was formed in 2010 as an innovative community bank that has an array of products and services to a diversified client base. They have currently 40 branches in the
Really?
Yes, in the metropolitan and in the northern, eastern, and western counties of Georgia.
Okay, well, so actually it'll be a bigger bank now.
It is.
They have more branches.
Well, they're a well-capitalized bank, and they have $2.9 billion in assets.
Okay. Well, what influenced that merger, Mike? Because
Well,
I know you were with Verity Bank, and Verity Bank actually was headquartered in Winder, Georgia.
That's correct.
And it was not. It had at least 2 banks, but it's not. It doesn't have 40 branches.
That's correct.
It was a smaller.
That's correct, Judy. It was important to us to partner with number one, a financially sound institution, but also an institution that shared our values of community banking. And it was evident from the beginning that Community and Southern shared that with us.
So you seem to be very pleased with this, or that you're fine with this merger.
Very much so. Like I say, both banks are passionate about the communities and the clients we serve, and we look forward to deepening those relationships that we have within the communities we serve and the client base that we have in each community.
Right. Well, Mike, what is the benefit of banking with a small or mid-sized bank rather than a nationwide,
Well,
a
Judy,
bigger bank?
and that's a great question, and it's one that I guess a banker could answer very easily. What I thought was important was to ask some of our local clients and let them respond to what they feel like is important in banking with a small and a mid-sized community bank. And here's some of their answers. I'm gonna read them to you.
Good.
One client said local decision-making is very important to them. One point of contact, one person that can handle all their banking needs. Having personal service was important. The ability to reach your banker on the phone was important. products and services that are affordable and easy to use. But one of the greatest answers I heard from one of our clients was the customer has a voice and is much more important than just an account number. And I think that's the service that a small community bank and all community banks offer their clients, and it's important to people.
I think that's very important too. You know, sometimes I'll go in the grocery store and I'll see you and I know you, and it's just important to be able to know the people you're banking with. But you've got a big day coming up in July. You have Customer Appreciation Day. I believe that's July 24th.
That is correct, Judy. We've already named that day.
Well, tell us about it. I want to come.
It's called the Thrill of the Grill Day.
Okay.
People can come by our location this month, during the month of July. Of course, if you don't know where we're at 255 North Main Street here in Cornelia, Georgia. And they can register on July 24th. We'll be giving away a green egg to the person's name who's drawn out of the hat. Also on that day, it is Customer Appreciation Day. We'll be giving our clients and folks who come by, as long as we have enough, a green grilling apron to have while they eat their barbecue lunch that we're going to provide.
That's my next question. Are you going to have barbecue?
We're going to have barbecue lunch. It's going to be from 11 to 2 on the 24th.
From 11 to 2 on the 24th there at the back of the bank?
At the bank at 255 North Main Street. And if you come by anytime during the month and open a new account, we're going to give you a grilling set just for coming by and opening a new account and get to meet you. If you're not a client of ours, come on by on the 24th of July. We want to get to meet you, get to know you. But this is our Appreciation Day on the 24th of July at 255 North Main Street. Verity Bank, now known as Community and Southern Bank.
Well, Mike, last year I came to your Customer Appreciation Day and I enjoyed that barbecue. So I plan to come back this year.
Come on, there was a lot of people. We plan on serving more this year, Judy.
Good, good. Mike, thank you so much for being on Chamber Chat. We appreciate what you do in the community, and I want to personally tell you that I appreciate the support that Verity Bank has given to the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm looking for that same support from Community and Southern Bank.
And Judy, from the bank's perspective, we appreciate what the Chamber does for the bank and our businesses in our community. We thank you for what you do.
Well, thank you, and our time is up. But please stay with us. We're going to take another short commercial break, and we will be right back with Joni Mabe, the Elvis Babe.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
At Windstream, we're offering our customers a new feature, Watch TV Everywhere. Now you can watch available episodes of favorite shows, movies, and live news and sports on tablets, smartphones, and laptops. There's no extra charge from Windstream. You only need to be a cable customer already receiving a Wind package. It's simple to get started. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com. So enjoy, and thanks for being our customer.
Thank you for staying with us. Our last guest today is Joni Mabe, the Elvis Babe. Welcome, Joni.
Thanks, Judy.
It is so good to have you back. We always enjoy having you on. And I know the audience enjoys seeing you. But Joni, you have the Everything Elvis Museum in Cornelia. Tell our audience a little about your collection there.
Okay, it's at the Loudermilk Boarding House Museum, and that was my great-grandparents' old boarding house that I got listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It's over 100 years old, and I installed my Everything Elvis on the 3rd floor, and I have a gift shop on the 2nd floor, and it's estimated I have over 30,000 Elvis objects.
have heard, Joni, that you have the most authentic Elvis collection other than Graceland.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe that, because we won't go into some of the items that you have there, but you have some very unique items there.
I do. It is the most unique collection.
This side of Graceland.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And in connection with all that, Joni, you will be hosting your 11th Big E Festival this year, or Big E Festival.
Yeah.
Tell our audience what a Big E Festival is.
The Big E Festival and Elvis Tribute Artist Competition, I started it in 1999 at the boarding house, and I had it there for 10 years. And it's just an all-day long Elvis competition and Elvis vendors and peanut butter and banana sandwiches. And this year I've got the voice of Conway Twitty to help me MC it, and Robbie Dean Scott, Mr. Poke Salad, who will help me MC, and also Demi Downing, who is a Nashville recording artist. And I'm having it at the VFW this year because it's air conditioned, and I always have it the first weekend in August, and it really gets hot. So I just decided to have it there.
Well, it's probably a bigger venue. Is it a larger venue?
Yeah, I've sort of outgrown right in front of the boarding house there. Each year, you know, the attendance has grown so much. And
At the VFW, people will actually be inside, won't
yeah, they will be inside.
They'll have chairs.
They'll have chairs. They don't have to bring their lawn chair. I don't have to worry about rain. Don't have to put tents up. But so far, we have 14 Elvis tribute artists who have already registered for the competition, and we will have a room with different vendors, and El Patron will have the food there to sell, and we will have Elvis's favorite foods too, the
Well,
moon
what
pies.
about those peanut butter and banana
Yeah, well-
sandwiches? Now, what does that have to do with Elvis? Did he
Oh,
like
he
it?
loved them, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's what
that
he
was
ate.
his specialty. And the VFW, the restaurant, which is from 1970, and it is just a capsule of time preserved, just like Graceland. And I have gone in and restored it and cleaned it up, and so we will be using that for the food area. And it's so 70s. It's really fantastic.
That is so exciting, Joni. Now tell us, you're doing something called the People's Choice Award.
Right. I do that.
What is the People's Choice Award, and how do they vote on it?
The fans can vote on their favorite Elvis tribute artist, and it costs $1 a vote, and all that money will go to